Hook and introduction, opening scene calm, mysterious background music. Welcome to Stoic Mindset Wisdom. Today, we're diving into a subject that's far deeper than most people realize. At first glance, it may seem like just another physical topic, but hidden beneath it are layers of psychology. Primal instinct, intimacy, power, and even self-discovery. Let me ask you something. Why do humans, across cultures and generations, gravitate toward certain behaviors in intimacy? Why do some positions, like doggy style, hold such a magnetic pull yet also reveal unspoken truths about trust, confidence, dominance, and vulnerability? Most people laugh it off or reduce it to physical pleasure, but the truth, doggy style, is more than just a position. It is a mirror reflecting subconscious desires, fears, and unspoken dynamics between partners. And once you learn what it really reveals, you may never look at intimacy the same way again. Setting the tone before we begin, understand this. This isn't about being graphic or sensational. It's about pulling back the curtain on human psychology. We're exploring why we behave the way we do, and how something that seems so physical can actually expose the deepest truths about power, trust, and primal instinct. Because the truth is our minds often guide our bodies more than we think, and the choices we make in our most vulnerable moments are rarely random. They are windows into who we really are. Suspense hook over the next several minutes. We'll uncover 8 hidden psychological secrets of doggy style, each one peeling back another layer of human behavior. Some of these insights will challenge what you think you know about dominance and submission. Others will expose why trust, without eye contact, is far more revealing than trust with it. And some may even shock you, because they highlight what people desperately try to hide in everyday life. But here's the catch. Once you know these truths, you can't unsee them. You'll begin to notice patterns in people around you, in their confidence, in their relationships, and even in their secret desires. And as we unravel these secrets one by one, the question will linger. Is it really the giver who has the power? Or is the receiver silently holding control all along? Theme introduction in this series. Stoic Mindset Wisdom always pushes you to see the unseen, to read between the lines of behavior, body language, and psychology. Today's no different. Doggy style isn't just a physical act, it's a case study in power dynamics. Trust, instinct, and emotional detachment. Why do some people feel more confident when they're not being looked at? Why do others crave the raw, primal feeling of release? And why do powerful people in public often crave submission in private? The answers lie in the intersection between biology, psychology, and hidden human desires. Raising the stakes, here's why this matters. If you're a man trying to understand women, or even yourself, these hidden truths will change the way you see intimacy forever. They will help you spot the difference between someone who is confident versus someone hiding insecurity. Recognize when a partner is using intimacy as a way to escape emotion versus when they're seeking deeper connection. Understand the silent language of power, who really holds it, and why it shifts so unpredictably. But as we reveal each secret, you'll see a pattern. These aren't just about the bedroom. They're about life itself. Power, trust, confidence, insecurity, primal instinct. These themes shape how we lead, how we connect, and how we live. The unresolved tension. By the end of this journey, you'll know more than just 8 secrets. You'll see the psychology behind why people are drawn to this position at all. But the final question will remain unanswered, because it's when anyone can decide for you. That question is this. When it comes to intimacy, is it about the mask we wear to feel safe, or the truth we reveal when we finally let go? And as we peel back the first layer, the secret of power and control, you'll realize that what looks like dominance on the surface might actually be submission in disguise. Scene fades in, calm but tense music. Narrator voice steady. When most people hear the words doggy style, they think of it as nothing more than a physical position. But psychology sees something deeper. It's not just about how do bodies align, it's about how do minds negotiate power. And that's the first hidden secret. Doggy style reveals the silent battle between dominance and submission. Why control matters in human psychology. From the moment we're born, our lives are shaped by power structures. Parents over children, teachers over students, bosses over employees. Society constantly trains us to either take control or surrender it. Now think about what happens behind closed doors. Intimacy becomes a private stage where those same power struggles play out in ways most people never even realize. Doggy style, more than most positions, tilts the scale of physical control toward the giver. They're the one who appears to let the one directing movement, pace, rhythm. It looks dominant, feels dominant. But here's the paradox. Psychology teaches us that control is never as simple as it looks. The illusion of dominance. A man who prefers being the giver in doggy style might think he's the one in charge. After all, he's the one moving, deciding pace, and setting rhythm. But ask any psychologist who studies dominance and submission, they'll tell you. True control isn't always where it appears to be. Think about it. Who allows the position to even happen? Who chooses to surrender eye contact, to open themselves up, to trust without constant reassurance? That's power in itself, because real dominance requires consent. Without the receiver granting that silent permission, the illusion of power collapses. So the giver may feel in control, but the receiver often holds the ultimate key. Every day. Parallels this dynamic plays out outside the bedroom too. The corporate world, for example, you might see a CEO barking orders, projecting dominance, leading with an iron fist. But behind closed doors, that same CEO might feel trapped by the pressure of being in charge all the time. Intimacy then becomes their release where they can express hidden sides of themselves. On the flip side, someone who appears submissive, in daily life, a quiet, agreeable type, might use intimacy to flip the script. In doggy style, they can claim a form of silent control, shaping the experience not through visible dominance, but through subtle cues, body language, and choice. What looks like power on the surface is often far more balanced beneath it. The craving for power. Psychologists who study dominance motivations say that people with strong personalities, leaders, risk-takers, even aggressive personalities often crave positions of control. Doggy style gives them that illusion of command. It mirrors how they navigate life. Direct, assertive, unwilling to play the passive role. They want to feel in charge, not just of their careers or their friendships, but even in intimacy. But here's the twist sometimes. The stronger the desire for control, the deeper the fear of losing it. When control masks fear, why do some men obsess over control and intimacy? Because control outside the bedroom is never guaranteed. Life throws chaos at us. Jobs get lost, relationships crumble, unexpected challenges hit. When the outside world feels unstable, the private world becomes the one arena where they can enforce certainty. Doggy style, then, isn't just a position, it's a psychological anchor. It reassures them, here, at least I decide, but that reassurance can hide a shadow. Sometimes the need for control isn't strength, it's insecurity. Power. Dynamics in relationships. Here's where things get fascinating. Studies in relationship psychology show that couples who frequently switch positions, not just physically but in terms of control, often report higher satisfaction. Why? Because it prevents stagnation. Doggy style is powerful because it invites experimentation. The giver may think they're in control, but the receiver can influence the entire rhythm through small movements, subtle signals. Even silence becomes communication. That balance where dominance and submission blurs where intimacy transforms into something more powerful than either role on its own. Hidden red flags, but here's the warning sign. If someone can only enjoy intimacy when they're in the dominant role, psychology suggests it may point to deeper issues. A fragile ego, fear of vulnerability, or even unresolved control struggles outside the relationship. Because the truth is, intimacy isn't just about pleasure. It's about revealing parts of ourselves we usually hide. If dominance is the only mask someone can wear, it means they're terrified of being seen without it. And that raises the question, If someone is obsessed with control during intimacy, what might they be trying to hide in real life? Evolutionary roots. To understand this dynamic even deeper, we have to look back at our evolutionary past. Among animals, the position mirrors primal mating instincts. The one behind often directs, but the one in front, the one receiving, controls whether the act continues. Humans, though more complex, still carry those instinctive layers in our psychology. We are wired to associate this position with power, survival, and dominance hierarchies. And yet, unlike animals, humans overlay emotion, trust, conscious choice on top of those instincts. That's why doggy style becomes such a fascinating psychological mirror. It's half primal instinct, it's half conscious negotiation. The uncomfortable truth, so, here's where it gets unsettling. Doggy style isn't just about who appears to lead. It's about hidden negotiations of power that reveal who someone really is when the masks come off. For some, it's about proving dominance. For others, it's about surrendering without fear. And for many, it's about masking.